Hi everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to play a little bit. So what I have here is Sapele mahogany. It's 6.5 inches diameter. That's 160 mil by 3 inches or 75 mil. And this will just go on a screw chuck here. And you lock the spindle and tighten it up a little bit. Although it's nice and tight already. So now the part of playing with this is, the other day I saw a video, there was sort of a counting how many cuts do you need to finish the bowl. So from the outside, inside, everything. And that's what I'm going to do. Now, in terms of like, I may lose count as I'm doing this because I get so involved in turning, I forget about everything else. And but I'll put it on the screen, the numbers of cuts, and you can follow along and count as well. And we can start off. So bring the speed up. I'm going to use ball gouge. This is 12 mil diameter or ½ inch, and off we go. That's one, and I need to close the jacket. This mahogany is quite dusty. That's 2 cuts, and now I'll actually mark where the foot will be. Now this is a little bit too big. I'm going to put another step. That's 3. Now I'm going to use a spindle gouge to get the foot here. So that's 4, I believe, and now we can true up the base here. That's looking quite good, and I want to make nice shear cut. Okay, that's quite good cut. And now with the spindle gouge, I'm going to make slightly smaller base here. Okay, that's quite good. And I want to finish this portion as well. Now I'll need to do one more. Okay, that's looking okay. I can grab this foot. This will be the base. Yeah, that's looking quite good. Now actually I'm going to sacrifice one more cut just to get this a little better here. Yeah, one more. Get bead here. Okay, I'm okay with this, and I can sand it. To do is just burnish it up a little bit with this Scotch-Brite pad, just a little bit, and I'm going to apply the oil. I'll just bring down the speed so it doesn't spray everywhere. Now this one is hard wax oil from Olinatura. I just forgot that I have it, so I'm just going to use it. Apply nice amount. And just as I want to show you how it looks with the oil on, you can see here there was a split, and I should have checked this before or actually when I get the rough shape, I should have checked if there is any splits, and this is actually quite nasty one. But I already done the outside, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to buff away the oil and you know, to surface dry, and then I'm going to fill this up with CA glue. And it's not something that I like to do, but since I already started with the video, I'm going to finish it now. I should have checked this. It was quite unfortunate mistake on my part, quite a beginner mistake of not checking if the wood is sound. So I'm just going to fill this in. Doesn't matter now if it drops a little bit. I'm going to wipe away any excess that's leaking out, and I'm going to put in some coffee grounds. This kind of fine coffee. Push it in. And yeah, this is quite dumb mistake on my part, so always check your bowl if it's nice and sound before you make your finishing cuts, especially sanding. So and I'm going to fill this with CA glue one more time. Like so. Just let it on the surface just a few seconds. I'll wipe away with shavings the remainings, the excess, and one more time sanding. See where the dust has settled in, so I'll fill this one more time. A few smaller ones here, the rest is good. It will still be quite usable bowl, but I still prefer without any splits or defects. And I'm going to put beeswax on. Let the heat build up a little bit, and then you start to spread it around. Oh, I forgot to bring the more rags, but I have a paper towel here, so I'll just buff it off. any excess wax with paper towel. Yeah, that's looking now quite good, apart from that nasty split. Yeah, that's looking quite good. As you can see, really nice chatoins in this sapili, and this lovely thing here. So I'm going to grab this little bead. The foot is slightly smaller beneath that bead. So now we can hollow this out, and I'll need a depth hole, and I can go slightly shorter than this line here. Just double check one more time. And now for the hollowing, nice and fast and furious. While the rest is slightly lower. Quite dusty. Now I need to finish the rim. And now I can remove this waste. It's actually a little bit more cut than I would like, but yeah, I'm almost down to the bottom of that hole. Okay, now I'm at the bottom, and now one more cut here to get the rim nice and clean. Okay, that's quite good cut, but it's actually quite fat on the bottom, so and for the last here portion I'm going to use scraper. Not sure how we count that. I've rewatched the footage and I've counted 23 cuts plus the scraping here and on the bottom. And now, as you can see here, I hope you can see, there is few chatter marks here, and I want to get rid of those. And now the curve is actually quite good, but I want to get rid of those so the sanding is much easier. So one more cut. Now that's as far as I will go, because as I start to turn here I will hit the rim and that will push away from the cut, and now that's quite good. First the curve and now the surface, and here is that split which I'll fill one more time, but the surface here is really nice and clean, so that's all I'm after. And now I'll just scrape this one more time. If I'm not mistaken, we have 24 cuts using the gouges and 2 cuts with the scraper, or 2 times using the scraper. So I'll use the scraper one more time. And that's quite good surface. Actually there is a little lump here. There we go. So now that's perfect inside, and I'm going to sand it. Actually I forgot to fill that crack, and you can see the surface straight from the scraper. That will be quite good for sanding. 180 grit. I'll just buff it with a Scotch-Brite pad a little bit, so just a shade shinier. And the rim, the edges are not sharp, which is important. And as the oil gets on, and beeswax. And that's it. Yeah, that's looking quite good on the inside. Quite happy with that. See that chitoyance, quite lovely. Here it is. So still have a little bit of dust on it from my hands, but you can see here the unfortunate split, but I filled it in. It's nice and smooth. There is no ridge here or the inside as well, and you can see a lovely grain here, the sort of a little curl here, and looks quite nice. And again, there's not much purpose to counting your cuts. However, it may help you out. Sort of you can gauge how much you are efficient, so you're not wasting your time on unnecessary, let's say, cuts or things that you can do around this bowl. Hope that makes sense. I'm not sure if I said it right, but nevertheless, enjoy what you're doing, have fun. And now I just finished a little batch for today, shot glasses, so I thought this would be a cool way to finish the day before I go to in the house. Now this probably will go into my kitchen because of that split, unless if somebody really wants it, then I can sell it, but like I said, probably I'll just keep it and not sell it, put it to good use.